What's up people, just finished work for the day, so I've decided to come back down to the field. I mean, you can kind of see here, farmer sent me a message yesterday saying this field's just been cultivated. We had a little bit of rainfall 2 days ago, so hopefully we're going to pick out a few more signals. I'm not going to go field hopping all different places, we're just going to go up and down the edge of this field, see what sort of signals we get. I'm swinging the metal detector on the walk over here, and I can tell already it's going to pick up some more signals. I found a few little bits, nothing too exciting. I'll obviously include them later on. Let's get to it. So I've just started working my way down the edge of the field, so that's where I started, just over there. Come down here, already got quite a nice signal. It's a little bit jumpy, but right up in the 90s. So we're going to grab the pinpointer out now and have a quick look. Okay, so seem to be on it pretty much straight away. Or somewhere close, and I think it's just in here. You can see, even though we had that rain 2 days ago, the ground's still pretty dry and dusty, so we're waiting for a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to find it and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so yeah, it was fairly small and it's just in here. Now, I've not had a look at it at all. I mean, it could be a coin, could be a button. Let's have a clean up. Tell you what. Oh, I definitely think it's a button of some description. Feel a shank on the back there, but let's have a clean up anyway. Yeah, definitely a button. Nothing interesting that I can make out on there. Never mind, we'll keep swinging. I mean, I've been over this area 3 or 4 times, so it shows that this cultivation should be bringing a few little bits up to the top, or at least making them easier to find. Okay, so we're just on our way back up the second line. Oh. I was getting a nice solid 83 without it changing. That's that one. Which is normally right in that coin sort of range. So we're going to get the pinpointer out, have a bit of a dig. So I suppose one bonus of the fields being a bit like this, you don't actually really need to dig. So all I've done is kick the soil off, we've moved it. And I think we're on it straight away. So let's have a bit of a clean up, have a bit of a look. We are, oh, I think I can just about see Britannia on that side. Let's give this a little wipe. Yeah, lovely. Just what we want to see. Some coins coming up in an area that I've been over 3 or 4 times. So we'll have a clean up and then I'll show you what we've got. And there we have it. Now I have a habit of only ever finding George V's. Over and over again I seem to get George V's. Now I think I can just about make out the date 1904. Which I actually thought was George V territory, but we'll have a bit of a look, proper read up, and then we'll find out. Unfortunately, the Roman numerals seem a little bit toasted on the end of Georgius, so we'll have a look. So I've just done a strip up and down. I've just stopped for a quick drink. I was just going to update you. I was a mile off. Well, I wasn't a mile off. I was pretty close, but wrong name. So it was actually an Edward VII halfpenny that we just found. I was convinced I could read George's on it, but definitely not Edward VII. So we'll have a proper clean up when we get home and show you that in some more detail. So while I do keep moaning a little bit about how it's dry and it's hot and it's not very good for metal detecting, if you just look out over this way, up at nice clear blue sky. So not good for metal detecting, but lovely to walk about and have a little. So I've only moved probably 15-20 steps since sitting down. It's a little bit jumpy, but it was. Fairly solid. Slightly jumpy signals, so, you know, let's hope for some gold. So, definitely not quite the gold we were looking for. Just a little bit of scrap. I'll throw that away. I'll throw it in the pouch. Carry on. So we've come down a little bit further this way. I've had a couple of ring pulls, a screw and some more scrap, and then got a lovely signal. But to me, oh, there we go. So it just won't focus. I think it's lead. It feels that little bit flexible. In fact, it is lead. So we're just going to chuck it in the pouch and carry on. Again, about 5 steps further along. Sitting somewhere well, just in the 90s is probably the easiest way of saying it. I suspect it'll probably, it feels like there might even be 2, so either a beer can, a Red Bull can, who knows, maybe even 2. Let's give it a dig and find out. And so definitely not anything old. It looks to me like a drain pipe holder, something along those lines, possibly. Although what it's doing in the middle of a field in the middle of nowhere, I've got no idea. I say in the middle of the field, the edge of a field, but still, it's in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure, given that it's got the name on it and everything, it'll be quite easy to find out exactly how old it is. So we'll have a quick Google when we get home. Okay, so we come a little bit further back down on this second, full strip through, can't get my arm through the wrist guard, there we go. And it's very jumpy. It seems okay. See if we kick some dirt off what we can find. Okay, that's a better signal, more solid now I've moved the dirt. Right, let's put this one down. And see if we can pinpoint this. Just got all tangled up in my headphones there. So. Oh, could it be? I think it is. Looks like there's some hallmarks in there. Obviously it's only, looks like maybe a partial ring possibly. definitely has that nice shiny gold colour that we're all looking for. So, cue the somersaults. So I've had a little bit of a clean up. You can just make out there's a 375, so we're looking at a 9 carat partial ring. And now this is actually probably a strip that I haven't been on before, so we're going to carry on down this way, see if we can find the rest of it. Okay, so just carrying on down this same strip. I couldn't find any more of that gold ring from the looks of it. There was another signal right nearby, kicked the dirt off, and it suddenly changed to just an iron tone. And we've come a little bit further. Oh, there we go. So let's try kicking the dirt off this one. Still reading pretty nice. And it's actually going to need some digging. Haven't had to use the spade for a while, so let's give this a go. So the detector's still actually saying that there's something else in the hole, but this is what's popped out to start with. I have no idea what that is. It doesn't bend the way I was expecting for lead. It looks as though it may have had a hole through it, potentially. I won't know until I give that a bit more of a clean up, but yeah, absolutely no idea what that is. If you do, comments on a postcard below. So been going up and down, not found a huge amount more, only in this next strip. You can see over that way the sun is on its way down. We've still got enough light to carry on for maybe another half an hour or so. And we've just come across this. Nice solid reading both ways. Again, could be in that cam range, so we'll have a dig now and find out. So digging that took all of about 3 seconds, and this is what popped up. Not sure whether it's just a watch or whether it's from a pocket watch. I'm guessing it would be a pocket watch, but I'm going to have a bit of a clean up as soon as I get back, and I'll show you there. So I'm just finishing up, just wandering back down, just collecting some of the markers I've put out and things like that. I just thought I'd show you one of the good things about living in an area that's just so flat. The sunsets are pretty amazing.